Hello, this is Mick speaking from Exeter University, and I've been asked to talk a little bit about the position of the European Union and other European states. It's very recently the Representative of the European Union, Joseph Borrell, came out with a statement which condemned the rocket attacks by Hamas on Israel and designated Hamas once again as a terrorist organization. And as a form of kind of balance, it's asked for Israel to respond proportionately. So this European response is actually fairly much in line with the United States and other of the major powers. It hopes to engage in mediation efforts. Generally, the EU is not bad on the Israel-Palestine conflict. In fact, it's quite good on the whole issue around Sheikh Jarrah and Haram al-Sharif and East Jerusalem. It very much adheres to UN resolutions on East Jerusalem. It refuses to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of the state of Israel, and all its embassies are in Tel Aviv. So in this sense, it follows it's quite sympathetic to the Palestinian perspective. It is, however, very much constrained by this designation of Hamas as a terrorist group, and this prevents it from acting as an interlocutor with all the parties. And so its effectiveness is very much reduced. And the other problem is that while the European Union may formally adhere to international law and UN resolutions, the activities of the member states are often contradictory to the European Union position, or they act unilaterally and try to gain some advantage for their particular country, irrespective of what the European Union has said. And this undermines the effectiveness of the European Union's message. It is interesting, just before the crisis blew up in its worst stages, on the 6th of May, the European Union, well, 5 countries, the UK, which is now out of the Union, but with France, Germany, Italy and Spain all signed a declaration opposing what was happening in Sheikh Jarrah and also in the other settlement expansion plans in and around Jerusalem. It very much regarded this as a contravention of international law and called on Israel to restore the situation to the 67 borders. And it's also interesting that the United Kingdom's ambassador to the United Nations a few days ago, in a speech, called on the great powers to recognize the role of Jordan in its protection of the holy sites in Jerusalem. So there's an attempt to kind of re-establish the situation before the current crisis. And all the European Union statements seem to be pushing the two-state solution again. And it's quite interesting that after many months of many years of the people saying that the two-state solution is dead, it is now kind of revived in the diplomatic speak. Whether that has any credibility currently I'm not sure. Although because of the uprising in Jaffa and Lydda, etc., you can see how the problems of the one-state solution are probably going to be as great as trying to establish a two-state solution. So I just want to say that the European Union really is not having a very successful intervention. Its profile is quite low, and there is initiatives at the member state level, because the attempt to try and create a consensus at a European level is not great. And that's my message today.